All right, good morning. It is 9 o'clock in the morning where I'm at on October 6th. I normally don't know the dates, but now that I'm doing the vlog thing, I think, yeah, okay, so it is the 6th. Today is the Stephen West, Mr. Nilong, day one, which you all know, like nobody's surprised by that. Wow. I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night and super stoked. I've been checking my email. I set up notifications for my emails. I went to bed at 9 o'clock and I woke up at 10:30, like excited, like, okay, I slept all night, let's go. I woke up every hour, every single hour. Yeah, and then I woke up at like 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, saw that the email had been sent, and I was like, I'm not gonna open it. I opened it. And then I read a little bit of it and I went back to sleep. Then I had a dream about Stephen West, and I know that listening to people talk about their dreams isn't always the most exciting thing ever, but I had a dream that we were actually like friends, and that also he had sent out the email and it had like pictures of the whole shawl, and I was very angry, but then we were also friends, and then we started dating, but not like gross dating, but like hanging out, and he only wanted to play video games. And I was like, I'm so excited about knitting, and he was like, I don't actually like that very much. I only like playing video games. And so it really didn't work out between us, and we had to break up, so which was awkward. Anyway, yeah, I just told the whole internet that. So anyway, this morning when I woke up, you know how like sometimes when you are sleeping and then your like spouse cheats on you in your dream and then you wake up mad? That's how I felt when I woke up. I was kind of still angry about our relationship ending as like it did. So when I saw that he'd uploaded the video, I couldn't even look at it. I was like, we're not friends anymore, Stephen, sorry. I'm gonna get over it. Thankfully nothing gross happened, because that would be horrible. That would be horrible, but no, it was just him playing video games and talking about his cosplay for like Skyrim or Elden Ring or something, I don't know. I don't even play video games. I don't even know what those words mean. I just said them. Okay, so now that I have awkwardly told the entire internet that, you know, and that's one of the reasons that I don't ever want to meet Stephen West or any of my other knitting, you know, people that celebrities, you know what I mean? I don't like knitting those people, I don't like meeting those kinds of people, because honestly, what do you get out of that? Either you catch them at a bad time and they're a jerk and you don't like them anymore, or you catch them at a good time and they're super friendly and you walk away with no relationship whatsoever. You know what I mean? It's not like you're gonna be friends. What are you gonna get out of that? An autograph? I already have Stephen West's autograph. Thank you, Jimmy. I already have it. So I have it twice over, actually. Once he even wrote my name. So I don't need anything more than that, and we're definitely not dating. Anyway, so dumb. Okay, so colors. I wanted to talk first about my infamous now bologna and macaroni and cheese, bologna and mustard thing. Okay, so here's the colors that I was thinking about doing. And when I put them together in a swatch, they looked like a sandwich, and it was really bad. Okay, it was really bad. But here's the thing, is that I didn't come up with these colors on my own. I got an advent calendar a few years ago, my very first one, Madeline Tosh, and this was the first 3 colors. The gray, it was like ore and macaroni and cheese and grapefruit, okay? And I fell in love with this color combination, and I was like, I love this so much. I want everything that I make forever, for the rest of my life, to be knit out of these 3 colors. Like, I thought about these colors for years and years and years. And then I thought, you know what? We need 3 colors. I will do those 3 colors. So it's not even like I was off, really. It just didn't look good. It just didn't look good, and that's okay. So this is the advent I did, by the way. This is Unicorn Parallelograms by Stephen West, which is one of his older patterns, and it's literally just these. And what actually happened was I stopped looking at the pattern, because I was like, oh, I know how to do that. And I noticed that I was having significantly less and less and less yarn after I was finished, because I was like increasing too much or something, I don't know, doing too many rows. And so you can see that like these are different sizes of stripes. Maybe you can see that, I don't know. Probably not now, actually. I'm a hot mess. What is this? Okay, so you can see that they're kind of a difference in thickness, right? Okay, so unicorn parallelograms, and then I took day 25, for the last mini, and I just single crocheted a cute little border around it. And it was actually really fun, and it was really easy, and it was nice for an Advent because it was so simple to just sit down and do. And then I got this really, really glorious long scarf. And the colors were so beautiful. And it was just the perfect project for what I wanted to do right then. Unicorn parallelograms, Stephen West. Not that exciting, but it was something I wanted to make for a long time, and the Advent presented the perfect opportunity to do it, because honestly, I am not going to get 24 scraps and just like not in an Advent and put those together and then have the motivation to do that. So the Advent was really helpful for that. Okay, so moving on to the Mystery Knit Along. That's why those colors didn't work out, and that's where the inspiration came from, and that ended up being a mistake. Okay, so anyway, Mystery Knit Along Day finally came, and that's kind of bittersweet because honestly, I didn't do my hair today. Just got out of the shower. Now it's not gonna come anymore, right? Like, that's kind of a bummer. There's nothing to wait for. I mean, I guess Clue 2, but we have to wait a whole more year for Clue number 1 to come out. And that's awful. That's awful, because this is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing. I love Mystery Knit Alongs. I know that a lot of people don't, and a lot of people say things like, well, what if it's ugly? Like, I don't want to commit all of that time and then it's ugly. And I totally understand that point of view. Like, I get where that person is coming from, and I don't think anybody should do a Mystery Knit Along if they don't want to. You shouldn't knit with things you don't want to knit, right? That's pretty obvious. But the thing is that I make ugly things all the time. Even when I know what they're gonna look like, and even when I have picked the yarn for that pattern and they still come out ugly. So to me, it's no different. I love schlankets. I love really big shawls. I love big intricate shawls with lots of stitch patterns and things like that, but as long as they go together cohesively. And Stephen West Mystery Knit Alongs do that for me. They're huge, but the thing is that if the shawlography had just been released as a pattern, I wouldn't have knit it. There's no way. I wouldn't have finished. I would have started, and then I would have got to those I-cord shrimp, and I would have been like, I'm not doing this anymore, and I would have quit. But the motivation is there to continue because I want to be done by the next Clue every week. And so for me, it is worth it to take the chance that it's going to be ugly. Some of them have been some duds, man. They've been there. I'm honest about that. I'm open about that. And maybe this one will suck. I don't know. But I'm going to be knitting anyway. Might as well do something fun and exciting. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think that people should do it if that's something they're interested in. What I don't like doing is Mystery Knit Alongs from other designers. I think it's important to pick and choose the Mystery Knit Alongs you do wisely, because if you like the other things that person has done, you will probably like their Mystery Knit Along. There's a lot I don't do though. When I see a lot of Mystery Knit Alongs that I don't do, and then the finished project is like just random stitch patterns. It doesn't go together. There's no cohesiveness. Yeah, no, not a fan. I won't be doing those. And that's my biggest fear with Stephen West patterns, is that one day he'll just lose inspiration and be like, here's some random stitch patterns that I put together in a triangle. It doesn't look, it looks weird, but whatever, man. So far that's not happening. So anyway, I'm very excited. This is like my Christmas. I have a lot to do though. Like, I don't have as much time. Even though my kids are all in school for the first time ever, I feel like I have less time because I still have a lot of things to do. My microwave broke yesterday. My kid has, can't eat gluten now, and I have to like make all of our meals from scratch. So that's, I can't just, toss a lasagna in the oven. I got things I have to do. I actually don't. So I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. and I cast on. And then I watched the video about how to choose your colors, like how to decide where the colors go. And I was like, well, dang, that's not right. So I ripped that out. And I only watched that little part because I wanted to know if he brought it up. So I ripped out those 3 whole stitches, and I was really angry about it because I'm like, this already is off to a bad start. But okay, colors, wow. Here's the thing. A friend of mine said in the comments yesterday that picking colors for these things is like naming a baby. And it really is, because everybody has an opinion. And the hardest thing is that, you're trying to name your baby and you value the opinions of other people. And what ends up happening is that everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a reason why you shouldn't pick a name, you know, that you want, or they have suggestions that you don't want necessarily. And so, but you value that input, and then you end up just like with decision paralysis because you don't want to let people down. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You feel like maybe they did make some really good points and maybe you should. And at the end of the day, you know, you got to pick your own baby's name. And that happened to me actually twice out of my kids. I have 5 kids, and it happened to me twice where I didn't end up getting to name them what I wanted because their dad got swayed by external family members. And so my last kid, we just didn't tell anybody what we were naming her, and yeah, that went really well. I named my son Roman, and I told people about it and nobody liked it, but I don't care. I didn't care. I was like, whatever, I like that name and I'm naming him that. And what was funny was after he was named and he was a little baby, people would always be like, oh, what's his name? And I would tell them, and then the response was always, oh. That's why I don't ask people their kids' names. I don't even ask anymore. I genuinely am not able to hide on my face how I feel about their baby's name, so I just don't ask. Anyway, don't ask people's babies' names if you're not ready to hear it, and at least try to come. Anyway, not the point. The point is that I picked yarn, and I know that I feel like people are going to be mad at me. I feel like people are gonna be mad at me because they feel like I didn't make the right choice. And now I feel like I've kind of backed myself into a corner. But at the end of the day, I had to go with what I felt, right? Like in my heart that I wanted, and all the reasons why I wanted to do it. And it's not that anybody had bad ideas. It's just that they weren't exactly what was gonna work for me. And when I weighed out the pros and cons, I was like, you know what? Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm not even committed. That's the funny thing, is I'm not even like 100% yes. I'm still at the point where I'm like, oh, this starts looking like crap. I'll just switch it out or do something different. Not that far in. So what I've decided to do, I'm sorry, is the black and the green as my main colors and the pink as the pop. And I've thought that through. I think that the black and the green will be kind of boring to knit. But the thing is that if you knit a really graphic shawl, like if you do, you know, a really contrasty army green and hot pink, you're gonna get that graphic material, but when you bunch it all up around your neck, it disappears, and it's just gonna be this like shock of like contrast. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And so I thought that the pop as being a pink would be better and more neutral, and then I can wear it, because I do want to wear my shawls. I do want to wear my things. I just can't because it's cold outside, or it's not cold outside, it's too hot outside. So I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. I wanted to wear them, and then we got Eternal Summer. We're actually right at that point where you can't turn on your air conditioning because it's not hot enough, and you can't turn on your heat because it's not cold enough, and so you just kind of are cold all day. I'm cold all day. Anyway, yeah, so that's where I am at. I have cast on for the, oh, by the way, I woke up and I was really happy that there weren't photos of it at the very end, because I genuinely woke up and was angry because I thought that that was the case. And I was like, oh, I can't believe he'd do that, because he did that on the Doodler. He did that to us once, and I have trauma. That was a really long time ago, and he's never done it since, and it was my first mystery knit along, and I have not forgiven him. It was the very last clue, and then there were like photos in the clue, and I was at the end, and I was so mad, and it took me months to do it because I was like, well, thanks for ruining that, Steven. Ruined it. Anyway, so I have trauma from that, and so I woke up angry. So I've cast on, and I am partially through the first row, like maybe a quarter of the way through the first row. Because I had to get up and I had to get my kids to school, take a shower, do my makeup, things like that. So anyway, I will talk about it though. This is my sloth bag, and this was actually a gift from my friend Stacy, and her shop is Spaghetti Yarns. She's based near me. She's over, you know, maybe 20 minutes away from me in Port Orchard. And I love this bag so much. The shiny material, like this vinyl leather, I want to say pleather, but I feel like there's a better name for it. This metallic shiny pleather is amazing. And then these little sloths are so cute and so fun. And then the inside is this pink polka dot. And it's really well made. It's got a lot of structure to it, and I love that. And yeah, Black Spy Spaghetti Yarns. I don't even know if she has an Etsy shop. She should. She should have an Etsy shop. Oh, and it has a little button closure. Let me flip around so you can see. See? Little button closure, and then it's got the little string. Oh no, you can't see anything. So it's got the little elastic. Oh my gosh, how cute is this though, right? Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing this and this and this. I think that's gonna look good though, because if I wrap it around and then there's a pop, I think that would be something I'd actually wear, because it's neutral enough with a fun pop. I don't know, because this and this together is like a lot of, and it has a lot of room to go south. So this is my main color, this is my contrast color, and this is my color pop for now, unless something goes horribly wrong. If something goes horribly wrong, I will not be doing that. I'm not gonna show it actually. I was going to, but I'm not going to. I'll show it tomorrow. I feel like it's too early to give people a little bit of a spoiler, because a lot of people are at work and, you know, probably haven't had a chance to even look at it yet. So I don't really want to do that, but I will be sharing it just at the very end, and then there'll be nothing after. You know, in days in the future. So yeah, my life is very boring, and I'm really glad I have knitting, because otherwise I would have nothing to vlog about. Yesterday I did laundry, and then I got my kids home from the bus, and then I made dinner, and then we ate it, and then we went to bed. Really not interesting stuff, but luckily I have knitting to talk about. That's all I really want to talk about anyway. So yeah, so that's what happened. That's where I'm at with my mystery knit along. It's not going well. We're off to a rocky start. All right, I wasn't even solidified on my colors until about 30 minutes after I woke up. Am I solidified? No. Anyway, I'm gonna be working on that all day as much as I can. I have some laundry to do. I have to make dinner. I got, you know, boring things I gotta do. But yeah, I'm really excited. Thank you for all the love on my thumbnails. Thank you for all the love in general. It's so nice of you guys to watch. But my thumbnails, I'm really proud of them. I made them myself. And I tell everybody, oh, I made my thumbnails myself, because I think they're so fun. I'm kind of running out of the current theme, but I have a lot more, and I made them all. And yeah, so I'm gonna end this, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, happy knitting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm really gonna end this for real, but tell me if you're doing this. Message me on Instagram and tell me what colors you're using. Don't show me pictures. Don't send me any pictures of your project, okay? Because I don't see it. Because I'm still, I love to be surprised. But tell me what colors you're doing. Get excited with me, okay? All right, I will talk to you guys later.